Welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to give an introduction about vacuum circuit breaker, principle of operation of vacuum circuit breaker, construction of vacuum circuit breaker, working of vacuum circuit breaker, advantages of vacuum circuit breaker, and application of vacuum circuit breaker. Let us see about vacuum circuit breaker. Here, vacuum under the pressure of 10 to the power of minus 7 to the 10 to the power of minus 5 torr is used as a arc quenching media, since vacuum offers the highest insulating strength. It has far superior arc quenching property than the other medium like air, oil and SF6 gas. Because of this property, it is used as used in the arc vacuum circuit breaker in order to quench the arc. For example, when the contact of the breaker are opened in vacuum, the interruption occur at first current 0. That is, consider a cycle of operation. Under that, for the first half cycle before current going to 0, with that period only, the dielectric strength between the contact is built up at a rate of 1000 times higher than that obtained with the other circuit breaker like air, oil and SF6 circuit breaker. With this, let us see principle of operation of SF6 circuit breaker. When the contact of the circuit breaker is opened in a vacuum, the arc is produced between the contact by a ionization of a metal vapors of contacts. Contact here in this case is made up of a copper. Due to the ionization of a metal vapors, there is a arc produced in the between the contact of the circuit breaker. Here I will repeat this once again. When the contact of the breaker are opened in vacuum, the arc is produced between contact by ionization of metal vapors of contacts. Next, however, the arc is quickly extinguished because the metallic vapors, electrons and ions produced during arc rapidly condense on the surface of the circuit breaker contacts, resulting in a quick recovery of dielectric strength. That means, when due to the ionization there is a presence of arc. Due to the metal vapor, electrons, ions are condensed on the surface rapidly. This is going to result in the presence of recovery of dielectric strength. Due to the recovery of dielectric strength, there is a quenching of arc. Construction. Observe the diagram carefully. Here there is a fixed member that is present to your left hand side. There is a movable member. It is there in your right hand side. This movable member is connected to the below, and there is a arc in between the movable member and a fixed member. That arc is in the arc struck between the range that is presented by the arc range. This moving contact and fixed contact are embedded in a insulating vessel, and there is a arcing shield present for some portion of fixed member and a moving member, and there is a arcing range for about 0.625 centimeter between the arcing contact. This is the constructional detail shown by the diagram. Here I will repeat this once again. There is a fixed member and there is a movable member. Fixed member is attached to the steel billows, and this is connected to the arc shield. There is a arcing range during which that is exposed by the contact, and there is a main shield that is shielded. There is a moving contact and a fixed contact are shielded, and this is enclosed in a glass or a ceramic vessel, that is a insulating vessel. Here first, among the construction, first thing is it consists of fixed moving arc shield mounted inside a vacuum chamber. Next, the movable member is connected to the control mechanism by a stainless steel bellows. This means stainless steel bellows enables the permanent sealing of vacuum chamber so as to eliminate the possibility of leak. That means there is nothing inside the chamber. It has to be a vacuum inside the chamber. In order to that, there will be a permanent sealing. That sealing is by a stainless steel bellows. Next, there is a glass or a ceramic vessel. It is a insulating body. The arc shield present inside this insulating body prevents the deterioration of the internal dielectric strength by preventing metallic vapors falling on the inside surface of the outer insulating cover. Next we will see how this vacuum circuit breaker go into work. When the breaker operates, the moving contact separates from the fixed contact and an arc is struck between the contacts. The production of arc is due to ionization of metal ions, and it depends very much upon material used for the construction of the contact. Here in this, a metal alloy of a copper is used for the construction of the contact. This contacts ionization will gives rise to a arc. Next, how a arc will be extinguished in the vacuum circuit breaker. Let us go through this. The arc is quickly extinguished because the metallic vapors, electrons and ions produced during arc are diffused in a short time and seized by the surfaces of moving and a fixed member and shields. Since vacuum has very fast rate of recovery of dielectric strength, the arc extension in vacuum breaker occurs with a short contact separation, say about 0.625 centimeter. Like this it will work. Next we will see advantages of vacuum circuit breaker. From the figure which shows the construction of a vacuum circuit breaker, it is clear that they are compact. Vacuum circuit breaker are compact and they are reliable and they have a long life and they are no fire hazard in the vacuum circuit breaker, and there is no generation of a gas during and after operation, and they can interrupt any fault current. The outstanding feature of vacuum circuit breaker is that it can break any heavy fault current perfectly just before the contact reaches a definite open position. Next advantages are they require a little maintenance and are quiet in operation. Next, they can successfully withstand lightning surges. Next, they have low arc energy. Next, they have low inertia, hence they require smaller power of control mechanism. Next, application. Vacuum circuit breakers are being employed for outdoor applications ranging from 22 kilovolts to 66 kilovolts, even with a limited rating of say 60 to 100 MVA megavolt ampere. They are suitable for majority of application in rural areas. Now let us go through some of the multiple choice questions that will frequently asked in this chapter, that is a vacuum circuit breaker. Now let us see, to limit current chopping in vacuum circuit breaker, the contact material employed should have a property of high vapor pressure and a low conductivity with a low vapor pressure, high conductivity and a high vapor pressure, high conductivity and a low vapor pressure. The correct answer in this is a low conductivity and a high vapor pressure. Why high vapor pressure is 1? Because of that there will be a arc quenching in a vacuum circuit breaker. Next question. Keeping in view the cost of the overall effectiveness, which of the following circuit breaker is best suited for capacitor banking switching? The multiple answers is vacuum circuit breaker, air blast circuit breaker, SF6 circuit breaker and a oil circuit breaker. Here for the capacitive banking switching, The best suited circuit breaker is a vacuum circuit breaker. Next, for rural electrification in India, which circuit breaker is generally used? For that, answer is a vacuum. Circuit breaker is used for a rural electrification in India. Next, the stability of an arc in a vacuum depends upon contact material only or circuit parameters only, contact material and its vapor pressure, and B and C. Here the contact is B and C. Here the stability depends upon the circuit parameters and also and the contact material, because the contact material is the one on which the arc extinguishing is depends, and arc extinguishing is also depends upon the vacuum pressure. Therefore, the correct answer is both B and C. Let us see, when a fault occurs in a high voltage transmission line, what happens first? A circuit breaker operates, then a relay. No. Then a relay. Circuit breaker operates, then a relay. No. Relay operates and then the circuit breaker. Relay operates, then successively the isolator and the circuit breaker. Isolator operates, then successfully the relay and the circuit breaker. The correct answer is relay operates first and then it will give a trip signal to the circuit breaker, then circuit breaker will operate. Next, which part of the circuit breaker is helpful in breaking the circuit? Trip coil, contacts, medium and a handle. Breaking current, which part of the circuit breaker is helpful in breaking the current? That is the contacts. Next, which type of tripping is generally preferred for the circuit breakers? Manually. Which type of tripping is generally preferred for the circuit breaker? Manually, automatically, depending upon the voltage level, none of the above. Automatically is the correct answer. Next, material for contact of circuit breaker is brass, aluminium, stainless steel and copper. Copper is a correct answer. Breaker should adjust itself to fault magnitude and time, increased arc and time of quenching, RRRV, none of this. RRRV, what is RRRV? RRRV is a rate of rise of recovery restriking voltage. Rate of rise of restriking voltage. The correct answer is fault magnitude and time. Fault magnitude and time. Next, in vacuum breaker, current wave reaches its maximum value, attain its RMS value, it is chopped, attain its average value. Current value, it is here, it is chopped, it is the correct answer. Next, it is chopped one. Now let us go through the operation of the vacuum circuit breaker once again in this presentation. Now let us do the working once again, construction of the circuit breaker once again. Here in the diagram shown, it is consisting of a fixed member and a movable member. This fixed member and a movable member is enclosed in a insulating vessel, and the arcing shield is also enclosed by encloses a fixed member and a moving member. Here it consisting of a fixed contact, moving contact and a arc shield mounted inside a vacuum chamber. The movable member is connected to the control mechanism by a stainless steel bellows. This enables the permanent sealing of the vacuum chamber so that it will eliminate the possibility of a leak. A glass vessel or a ceramic vessel is used as a outer insulating body. The arc shield prevents the deterioration of the internal dielectric strength by preventing the metallic vapor falling on the inside surface of the outer insulating cover. Working. When the breaker operates, moving contact separate from a fixed contact and arc is struck between the contacts. The production of arc is due to ionization of metal ion and depends very much upon the material of the contacts. Here let us go through how an arc will be quickly extinguished. Here arc will be extinguished because the metallic vapors, electrons and ions produced during arc are diffused in a short time and are seized by the surface of moving and fixed members and a shield. Since vacuum has a very fast rate of recovery of dielectric strength, the arc extension in a vacuum breaker occurs with a short contact separation, say about 0.625 centimeter. Now let us see what are the advantages of a vacuum circuit breaker. They are compact. What do you mean by compact? The size of that is very less, compact, less. The size required by that is very less. Reliable means whenever the fault is occur on the system wherein which we are used a vacuum circuit breaker, that will be operate as soon as the fault is called upon by the vacuum circuit breaker, and it will have a longer life. Now that means whenever the name itself suggests it will have a longer life, means longer life. Next, there are no fire hazard. That means there is no fire causing material inside a vacuum circuit breaker. Because of that, there is no fire hazard in a circuit breaker. There is no generation of a gas during and after operation. There is no generation of a gas during and after operation. Next, they can interrupt any fault current. This is a outstanding feature. The vacuum circuit breaker is that it can break any heavy fault current perfectly just before the contact reaches a definite open position. Next, advantages are they require a little maintenance because there is no gas and there is no residues that is present in all the contacts are closed one and they are sealed one, then there is because of that it will have a little maintenance and there are noise. It will not give any noise during the operation, that is quite in operation. They can successfully withstand lightning surges and they have a low arc energy. That means power consumption by this is low. They have a low inertia and hence require a smaller power for control mechanism. Next, let us see applications of a vacuum circuit breaker. Vacuum circuit breakers are being employed for outdoor application ranging from 22 kilovolts to 66 kilovolts, even with a limited rating of say 60 to 100 megavolt ampere. They are suitable for majority of application in a rural area. These are some of the multiple choice questions which are already I have gone through this. With this, I will conclude my session. Thank you for your patient